The Japanese Maritime Safety Agency was established in 1948 to protect lives and property and to maintain public order at sea. Modeled after the United States Coast Guard, the JMSA's various missions include law enforcement, search and rescue operations, vessel traffic safety, and marine pollution prevention. So when the JMSA asked the U.S. Coast Guard to help them with their anniversary celebration, the 378-foot Coast Guard cutter Jarvis was sent to Tokyo. Preparing for the event involved a lot of effort. After all, it's not every day that you host your own commandant, let alone the commandant of the Japanese Coast Guard.
Whether you're here, whether you're in Russia, Norway, or Argentina, it doesn't make any difference. When you visit another country, the first thing they do is they host an event for you, and then you have a working dinner or working luncheon.
The whole thing is we'd like to get Commandant Hitano aboard first.
And then it's required that the U.S. hosts an event for them.
I'm going to speak English, and I need somebody to welcome in Japanese, and then I will introduce the commandant. Right. The commandant will speak.
He'll go down there, and he will help.
The Coast Guard cutter Jarvis did their part in hosting their Japanese counterparts. But it's not only the Japanese Coast Guard that was treated to events on board the Jarvis. Curious Japanese civilians were also drawn to the Harumi Pier and are invited to tour the Jarvis and to meet the crew.
That actually turns the rudder.
In return, the JMSA put on quite a show. People lined up to board the Japanese ships that took them out beyond the Tokyo harbor to a choreographed extravaganza known as the Sea Review. During this day-long event, the special skills and equipment of the JMSA were center stage. Japanese Commandant Hitano stood by, with U.S. Coast Guard Commandant Robert Kramick as the reviewing officials. Meanwhile, Japanese citizens and coasties alike were treated to an incredible demonstration of skills, both in the air and on the water. Spectators were thrilled by a colorful firefighting demonstration. The crowd also saw how JMSA rescue swimmers repel from the helicopter with unbelievable accuracy to the victims below. A final procession by all the participants showed the strength and grandeur of the Japanese Coast Guard fleet.
These things are pretty important internationally because they help the United States establish relations in a humanitarian sense with other nations. And they're good. They're good for America, and they're good for our nations that we deal with as well.